Well, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Listen, first of all, I was checking one of my other pages because I had a few strikes and I thought it was down, but apparently it's streaming, or it looks like it anyway. So that's good to know. That is my he said, she said page, and maybe we can go over there and do some thug talking. I don't know. We'll see. I still say X is the place to be. But in the meantime, and in between time, Cardi, que pason, chica? Que pason? What is going on with y'all? Now listen. Oh, he don't like that. Oh, well. Um. Oh, let's do a poll. Hang on. Let me put my poll up. Okay. So here's the thing. So word on the street is Cardi has gotten back with Stefan. Now, initially, they was trying to put her with Lil Sauce. I think that's his name. That is the chocolate guy that has been dressing like her. They've been walking and holding hands, going into the tour, going here, doing this, that, and the third. And people were saying that she was dating him. I don't believe that to be true. Hey, Sassy, because on the majority of the photos I saw of her with him, the hashtags was their names and the fact that it was a tour. So I think she may be collaborating with him on some music, and I think that they're doing music together. I think that this is really just a PR stunt to keep the people talking. And then here's the other side. The other side of it is, thank God, her and Upset have finally finalized their divorce. Now, he got a little bit of money. He didn't get half of 130 like he tried to get, but he's still fighting. He's still trying to get more than that, which is unreal to me, given the fact that he's almost 900,000 in the hole in Vegas with the sharks and the different people in the casinos and all. That's what he owed the casino allegedly is 900,000, and apparently it was reported that before he got pow that he was running around trying to get a credit line with the casino, and he was trying to borrow money from friends and family and all of the things. Now, as you know, somebody upset at the casino the other night, and they said it was the little dude that got arrested, but who knows? Because he done bonded out. He's gone to the house. Here's the thing: what a lot of people don't know is that is reported that Cardi hopped on the flight and hauled butt down to the hospital to check on her baby daddy. And so after going down and talking to him and making sure that he was okay and he was going to live to see another day, allegedly she came home and said, I will loan him the $10,000 because the little boy was over there saying, it ain't over, it ain't over, it ain't over, it ain't over. So she was saying she don't want nobody to continue to come after him for the $10,000. She would rather just loan it to him and let him pay the people. At the same time, she did not want anybody attempting to come after her and her family behind him owing somebody some money. So it's reported that she's gonna loan him the 10,000. But here's my issue. First of all, he just won a large sum of money during their divorce. So why can't he pay these people back with the money that he's going to get from the divorce? Why can't he settle up his bills with the money that he's going to get from the divorce? Because he has an addiction to gambling. And I don't know how she planned on getting that money back to this little dude, but I hope her people are talking to her and trying to convince her otherwise. Because here's the thing. If Mickey Mouse find out that you paid Minnie Mouse off of her debt, Mickey gonna expect you to pay his debt. You know, Roadrunner gonna expect you to pay his debt. Roger Rabbit gonna want you to pay his debt, and so on and so forth. So then all of the people gonna be saying, "Well, hell, all we gotta do is do something to upset, pimp slap him or something. His baby mama will come and pay the bill." So I really hope she does not plan to do that because it won't stop. Everybody will be coming. Everybody will have their hand out. Now, Stefan, the people that showed the videos of her being with Stefan, all of this after they have announced the eighth baby has arrived. Now listen, I haven't done a deep dive yet, but I plan to because at the Super Bowl, when they broke up, baby number 6 was coming this year. 6. Now you mean to tell me from February Super Bowl to April Flowers, 2 more babies done popped up? They said the little girl is Tiffany Ray Lai. I don't know. Tiffany Lai. I don't know. Tiffany Ray. Anyway, she from Houston. Dark skinned chocolate little something something. They said she had been keeping her pregnancy very quiet, very low key. And so when she had the baby, she made a post and say, one of the greatest days or greatest blessings of your life is not to be posted, it's to be protected. So that was her explaining why she kept it on the down low while she was pregnant. And she proceeded to say, tell the baby how she loved the baby, whoop de woo woo woo. Well, here's my thing. Whether he got 8 babies or having 18 babies, why would Cardi want to go back to him? Because if y'all remember, the people had reported that when Cardi was with him, that allegedly she threatened him by saying, if you cheat on me, I'm not going to mess with you no more. If you have a baby while you with me, I'm not going to mess with you no more. All of the things, there is no coming back, there is no saving grace, etc., etc. Now, people thought she broke up with him because of his baby mama Pre. I felt like she broke up with him because baby number 6 had been announced, and that confirmed that he made baby number 6 while he was with her, dating her, showering her with gifts and money, doing for her kids, his kid, all of the above. Now, why somebody ain't slapped her in the back of the head and told her this is not the time to go back to him even if you want to, I don't know. It's because homeboy about to be broke. He about to be broke and homeless because, number one, you got 8 babies out here. Let's just go on and keep it 100. You done lost your girlfriend, Cardi, which was ultimately another bag. You lost your job with the Patriots. They said he done lost sponsor deals. He done lost promotions. He done lost deals with partners. And the rest of the league don't really want to fool with him. Now, they suspect somebody gonna scoop him up and pick him up. But don't nobody want to fool with him right now because him and the chef still have a trial date coming. So that'll probably be the nail in the coffin to see what happens when him and the chef go to court. Because if the judge sides with the chef, I would say it's over for him. And I would hope that he invested his money into something that he could flip if and when a situation like this happens. Now, surely Cardi got to see this as a ploy. Hey, Keitra, she better not doing that block. Listen, Cardi got sense enough to know that grass is green and that nigga about to be broke. She got to know that it's all a money trip with her right now, especially with his mama doing all that talking that she was doing. And maybe his mama was the one that made it all happen, brought it together and sealed the deal, because she was doing videos showing where she had went and bought for the concert and she had a ticket and she went to the concert and she partied and took pictures and videos and was saying that Stefan lost the real one, why he would waste his time with Pre and all of this. But I bet she wasn't saying all that on Super Bowl Sunday when they were sitting in the bleachers together, hugged up and calling each other family and all of the things. I bet she wasn't saying all of that then, but that's neither here nor there. I believe that his mama may have had something to do with them getting back to a point where they can sit down and talk, because that is her baby daddy. Whether she ever want to sleep with him again, mess with him again ever in life, they share a child now. And for Easter, they said that the three kids by Upset had one color type of Easter baskets and outfits, and then baby Brim had a different basket, and he was wearing a different set of colors for Easter, because she felt like with all of them having different daddies, them all not having the same daddy, three of them do and one don't. She just wanted to try to find a way to bring them together, but at the same time, show love to the baby's daddies, right? Cardi gotta know, if he gonna get back with her on the real tip, it's gonna be like, to me, in my opinion, it's gonna be like a clout chasing type of situation, because he's gonna use her fame, her fortune, her support, both physically, emotionally, and mentally. He's going to use her support for him to try to climb back up on the ladder. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I feel like if he can get with her, then he can count on her to spend a lot of her money doing shit for him and his kids and his mama and all of his mooch blood sucking family and people that's in his little circle. So I would think she wouldn't even want to put herself back in that position, because hey, a hoe is a hoe. And the same way you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, you can't turn a pimp into a pastor. And that's just the real. That's just the real. So I don't know. I think that with her and Lil Sauce, I think that was just a promotional trick to promote their collab that's coming. Even though she didn't do no major collab with half the people that she invited to her tour, like Lil Kim, Megan Thee Stallion, Meek Mill. Did Bad Bunny come? Is Bad Bunny coming one time? I can't remember. I mean, spin the block. Oh yeah, you're telling all truth. It's say, yeah, it is. Because here, this is one thing that we know. Y'all make sure y'all vote on the poll that I put up too. Tell me what y'all think. Here's the thing for me. You was with him and he wasn't the man you thought he was. He was enough to ease the pain of her heartbreak from leaving her husband, and she thought that they were going to have some. I mean, my God, let's not forget, they just bought a house together in December. Now, how you going to pay for two mansions and all of this, and you done lost your income? I don't know. Maybe he's looking for Carter to pick up the spot. Now, our baby daddy upset. They say he having a whole meltdown. He is going off and saying mean things, putting the business out in the street, because he didn't think she was going to go back to Stefan, but since she did, now he's not healing well. But I believe that is really his mental saying, damn, I was almost in, because when she flew down there to check on him, I'm sure that meant everything to him, like, oh, she still love me. She still care. Nah, nigga, you still the baby dad as long as you living. So, she wanted to check and see what was she going to tell them kids. about what happened with their dad. Is he alive? Is he well? Is he safe? And I believe because she offered to loan him 10,000 to pay that little boy back, I believe he further saw that as a confirmation to the point that she still loved me. I got a chance to get her back. She ain't going back to that football player because that nigga ain't got shit. But then she's doing a tour and she's walking around holding Lil Sauce's hand, and the internet is screaming and saying it because I think they did a song called "She Said Yes," and it was showing him on his knee like with a ring, like he was proposing to her, and it said she said yes, and then the internet lost their mind. Oh my God, no, Carter, you don't need to marry him. Listen, I'm with y'all. I agree 100%. Cardi don't need to marry Lil South, Stefan, and nobody else for that matter. Matter of fact, Cardi needs to be fucking behind the curtain. She don't need, because we already know she's a whole freak. She tells us that all the time. She like giving head. She's a nympho. And she don't care whether you got a stick between your legs or a split between your legs. Either way, she's down, right? This is something she has openly told us and told us repeatedly. So maybe she just don't know how to close her damn legs. But here's the scary thing about it. Even being a rich celebrity, actor, actress, rapper, comedian, country, whatever you are, being infamous does not save or protect you from venereal diseases. And the fact that every time she get a good one, she pop up with a baby tells me they're not practicing with protection. Because I'm still stuck on the fact that she even allowed herself to get pregnant by Stefan, not to mention to keep the baby. See, I support you either way. If you want to keep it, if you're pro-life, pro-choice, it don't matter. I feel you because that's your choice either way. So if she didn't want it, she had an opportunity and the money to get rid of it. But the fact that she had it and kept it, I don't know what she thought that was going to do. I really think in her mind, she thought that her and Stefan was going to take it all away. And then she ended up learning the hard way that is not necessarily the case. With all of the stuff he showered her with, the mansion, the island, the trust money for all 4 kids because 3 of them wasn't his. Like, that's very noble of him, but at the time he had it like that. Now he don't got it like that. So now you finna go back to a man that is entangled with a lot of women, and God forbid how many men. You're gonna go back to that because you know they say he already been dipping in the little boy pond, right? He flip flops. He like him. He like him. He's bi like she's bi. He likes bi. But girl, what if you catch something and pass it on to your embryo? Have you ever thought of that? What if you catch something you can't get rid of? Have you thought about that? Like, I don't, like, is she just really digmatized like that? My eggs would have been tied down and laid to the side. Okay, Key, but you know, Key, she still got time though. She not up in her 44, what is it, 44, 45 like Beyonce. Yeah, see, he already had too many baby mamas for me. Right, I would have had the same little baby back where it came from. Right, right. And so now, you know, they saying that Beyonce is allegedly pregnant again. Says she went somewhere, was it Paris or Australia? Somewhere she had a mama in blue, and the dress she had on had a coat with it. And say you could see she was struggling and maneuvering in the way she was moving and holding the coat, that she was clearly trying to hide her stomach. Now, they have done before and after pictures and all of the things, and some people are saying that they believe that's a ploy, just like it was a ploy for her nephew, Jules, to be messing with Tommy Lee from the Bad Girls and Housewives and all of the other ventures she's been on. Tommy's 40 some years old. She's older than Solange. They done called her a cougar, but we know she's a freak and she's money hungry too. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to know whether or not Joel's is still seeing Tommy Lee. That'll be good to know because I don't know. I hadn't been following them. But now let Beyonce tell it. She ain't Pregos. Well, we all gonna know in about another 2 more months because you kind of out there right now. So 2 more months ain't gonna do nothing but gonna secure the confirmation, the allegations, the rumors, and the whispers. Cause she's gonna be full fledged on the stage, rubbing on her stomach like she was when she introduced Blue. Now here's the thing. Some of the people are claiming that this pregnancy is once again from an IVF procedure because she has had m- multiple losses with the many pregnancies that she's had. It's been very difficult for her, so she's not able to hold the seed to term. So they saying that it's an IVF. Now, one of the bloggers even went so far as to say that they believe that the deceased Kathy White, aka Jay's former girlfriend, former mistress, or whatever, they seem to think that they're impregnating Kathy, and Kathy is actually being a surrogate with Jay. Now, while it sounds like a preposterous idea, let me tell you why I think that would be the perfect plan that nobody could decipher. Because Kathy and B have some similar facial features. So I believe as long as the seed is coming from Jay, nobody would ever do side by side pictures with Blue and China. So nobody would ever be able to say, yeah, China could be the mama because look how much they look alike. Now they claim when she had the twins, when the dress was folding and she was bending over and the stomach was bending and folding and creasing and doing all of the things, they were saying then that she was pregnant for real and that it was just the way that dress looked and this, that, and the third. The people went on to say that when she was pregnant with the twins, it was very difficult and it was a high risk pregnancy. They said all of the things, but here's the thing to get me. If you really carried the twins and you had a high risk pregnancy, why the hell is you steady trying to go back and have some more babies? Blue, you own it, BB. You so funny, Keith. You so funny. But it's just me talking. I mean, I'm just kind of like, you know what? It don't make no sense. But when you have high risk pregnancies like Kim Kardashian, because her name was thrown in the mix during the conversation about Beyonce, and how when she had a high risk pregnancy, they decided that they would go ahead and either adopt or do in vitro or whatever the hell it was they did. So people that have problems having babies, they do. They go out and they adopt or they go out and they purchase some babies. Some of them have even gone out and stolen some babies. And some of them have committed some crimes in order to get the baby, to take the baby and keep it. Like it's so many things that happen, but it's like, girl, you ain't even thinking about your life and your health. You more concerned with a man. Now that kind of goes against everything that I used to think about her because I always thought, you know, she stayed very close to the kids. She kept the kids close to her. She was really more focused on being with them and not with a man. I was thinking all of the things. But then, as I thought about how she was flying back and forth to Stefan's practices and his team this and his team that and this function and that function, and then she was going to the games, and I was like, well, wait a minute, because I know she wasn't flying around with them kids. Them kids was left at the house with Nana and Papa. So now she ain't got 150% into them kids. She got about 70/30. 70% is focused on getting a man or the man or that man or her man back, and 30% is her focused on the kids. Now, All of them. From and look, let me show you something. All of the celebrities that's pregnant right now can afford to be. If Carter was pregnant, she could afford. Rihanna can afford. Beyonce can afford. Sukiyana ain't a celebrity, but that bitch can afford. She pregnant too. Like it's so many of them out there pregnant right now, and it's kind of like what it's got to be a catch. Like there's got to be a flag of some sort, but I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is they want us to see or what they want us to catch. I don't know, but it's mighty funny. They Beyonce, Rihanna, all of them pregnant right now at the same time. For real? I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't try that. Now Jay, he can't get the casino going in New York. They done shut that down. He was trying to get a couple of business ventures going, and they fell through the cracks. So the people are saying that they believe that this is all PR to get sympathy votes from the internet, given that Jay-Z has been suit has been filed against him on numerous occasions, talking about what he did to somebody and what he said to somebody and all of the things. And um, then his name comes out in the files, which we knew about that 6, 7 years ago. His name are in the files over there from the island. Okay, but it's more than just your name, sir. You and your wife are on video and camera being over there on the island. We ain't seen or know what y'all was doing, but if everybody else is quacking like a duck, bitch, you're a duck too, so you might as well quack. We believe that y'all was over there quacking and cracking and going on with them cheerings over there, but now everything is out in the forefront. So yeah, things are not looking too good for you right now, Hub. Maybe you want to pull your wife back. Maybe you want to shut her down a little bit because I think she going too fast. Um, yeah. Do y'all think Cardi should even attempt to give Stefan attention after their first shindig? Again, I believe she just trying to get some meat. I don't believe she's dating Lil Sauce. I don't I don't want to believe that she went back to Stefan, but I do believe, even though he is not her type, she like him chocolate. She don't like light, bright, almost white like what she look like. She like her men chocolate. But I believe that her and the light, bright, almost white soccer guy that they first caught her up with, I believe they would be perfect together. I do believe that this whole shindig with getting back to Stefan, I think that's a front. I think it's a fake. It ain't real. I don't know the purpose of putting that shit out there. I really don't. But to each his own. um, Now they was talking about Chloe Bailey. They said that the Beehive had jumped Chloe Bailey because she went to Kanye concert and Kanye had said some despicable things about Babe. But it's mighty funny that Chloe ended up walking in some concert or some function that she was putting on, and Chloe was there. Hold on, them notifications was coming through. I had to cut that shit off. Um, so that's interesting. I'm glad that Chloe didn't have a baby by Gunna because for a minute I thought that's what they was finna do. I thought they was finna have a baby together. Okay, we got one person that says no, they don't think she should be with old boy. I agree with you. I don't think she should be with him neither. To each his own. Who am I to tell somebody who to sleep with and suck, sluck, cook, and do all the things with? That's her. That's her body. That's her disease. That's her man or woman. That is her business. Go ahead. I'm minding mine. But since you doing it all in the public eye, I can have an opinion like everybody else can have an opinion. And while it won't make me a bit of difference or affect my life either way you go, I like Cardi B and I want her to make it. She's got the money now. She's got the fame. She's handling her business like it should be handled, unlike quite a few other celebrities out there that not paying taxes, not filing taxes, not, doing certain things. I'm proud of the baby. Was it? Is he the baby or little baby? I can't remember which one he is, but he's very self-sufficient. He's been doing everything he's supposed to do, paying his taxes. He's established a couple of other businesses. He's got some trust. Like, I'm proud of him for doing all he did, because for a minute I thought he was gonna get this hot 50 or a hot 100 million, and I thought he was gonna go back to the streets. I didn't think he was gonna make any more music. Now I can't say I've heard any more music that he's made, but maybe that's the problem, because I haven't heard it. To me, he ain't making none. But again, it's his business. Whatever he want to do is his business. But um, I hope she just going back to get some meat, and I hope she's taking the necessary precautions so that she does not get pregnant again, because it's not going to end well, and it's not going to end like what she wanted to end, because they have two different motives. They have two different destinies. They have two different sets of dreams, and they're not as in tune as she think they are. And if she didn't figure that out the first time, she's certainly gonna find out this next time. Except this next time it's gonna be worse than the first time. And when she get mad, she gonna come to the internet and she gonna tell us all his tea. And I'm gonna be right there listening if I can, cause I be at work half the time. But yeah, that's my take on it. I think she should just do her and leave the baby making alone. I agree, Sassy. Because here's the thing, time out she want more kids, same way ASAP Rocky said he want more kids. It doesn't matter how many kids you want. You have to remember that at some point you have to give you and your man some time to enjoy one another, instead of just spitting out kids and just spitting and spitting and spitting and spitting. Because the more kids you spend, the less time you have to spend with your man. So I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is. I don't know what the trick is, but yeah, yeah. That's my 2 cents on it. She should stop making babies, and in order for her to stop making babies, she gonna have to close her legs, because apparently she don't know how to buy a couple of rubbers or make a nigga buy some rubbers. Apparently, based off what we know right now. So, of course, I want her to be happy. I want to protect herself, strap her up, stop baby making until she gets to a comfortable point where she could handle it if it happens again. Because here, anybody on here that is a mother or who birthed children, you know yourself. Every time something get ready to happen with the new person, you don't like it. You don't like it. Same here. Uh, they're not gonna get to spend quality time with you because y'all gonna be busy trying to take care of the kids. And you have to be careful who you have. You absolutely do, Sassy. You got to be careful who you picking as a baby daddy, the same way he need to be careful who he picking as a baby mama. Because I suspected they would still have a cordial relationship at Easter, when she said baby Brim was with his folks. And I said, well, that took conversation. That took having a good understanding, and it took him being willing to keep him, because he got a shitload of other babies and baby mamas that I'm sure was coming around for Christmas. And if I was Cardi, the baby couldn't come over there and spend the holiday with y'all by himself until he was damn near 2 years old, when he could come back and tell mama something. You don't want to leave him there and something happened because they done put him in a back room and left him, or he end up missing. And it's a lot of this stuff still going on out here today. it becomes a problem. The other family will turn on you on a heartbeat. Ooh, Keitra, girl, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. And I don't know if, like I said earlier, I don't know if his mama flipped this situation so that Cardi would, I don't know, feel bad, feel sorry, feel like she need to come back. I don't know. I didn't catch it. Have no clue. What I will say is that she ain't sleeping with the mama. She's sleeping with her son. And the news done reported that him and his brother got all kind of legal woes going on right now. So it's just not in good taste to mess with either one, him or the other Diggs boy. It's just now it's just really not a good time for it. And, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention. They don't care about any of that. They want what they want, and that's it. But yeah. So anyway, I wanted to come over here and say, girl, Cardi, what is going on, honey? You have got to slow down and enjoy the children that you have. Try to finish out your tour that you pushed us off for 9 years. Like it's so many things you want to do first. So I don't know. So, anywho, that was all I wanted. I ain't want nothing much. I wanted to come over here and see what y'all had to say about that. It was a lot going on in the news this evening, in the real news. So huh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Um, I am going to pull some records from the police department because I am interested in a few cases that I heard about, and I want to know, has it been cleared up, have arrests been made, etc., etc. And I don't want to be in a position where, you know, I make anybody feel uncomfortable. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, since I'm gonna cut my hair, let me just go ahead on and get off this page or leave this spot, because I don't want to share that with everybody. You just never know. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I know one thing: all these women that's been popping up pregnant here lately, y'all got a trip to get more. So I don't know what you think about having a baby now gonna save, because it's not gonna save nothing. Thank you, BB. I miss you so much. You brought me joy. I miss you too, Key. Thank you for coming by, Love Bug. I appreciate you. So anyway, listen, y'all be good, y'all be fair, y'all twirl around in the air, enjoy yourself, enjoy your night. Tomorrow we'll try it again. It'll be all right. Later.